witches!
Hi, hello.
This is about to be a festive time on a Court of Witches podcast.
Yeah, this month's got
Today,
so many good things.
it does. We're going to discuss Yule and the winter solstice today, and I'm going to mispronounce a bunch of these Nordic names. So I'm telling you right now, if Fee is listening, she's going to make fun of me. Okay?
She might not
So
even know how to pronounce them either.
Okay, some of these names are wild. Like there was an A and an E that were like smushed together into one letter. I don't know how the fuck to say that.
I think it's
Anyway,
like I think it's like A in a way.
okay. Well, anyway, there's some wild ass names, but that's not the point. Excuse me. Today is Yule and the winter solstice, and then next week we got a little. I would almost. Well, no, it's a novel. It's like 200 pages, but anyway, we got a new book called The Christmas Witch by Dahlia Faulkner. That we're going to discuss next week. And then the week after that, we
She's
will
gonna
be,
come on the
yeah,
show.
we will be having Talia Faulkner join us on the show. And then the week after that, Emily is going to do an episode on Krampus.
Krampus. Oh,
Which
and I
actually,
found
I
something.
discuss him a little bit in here, so just a
There's
little
something
bit.
else too I found. It's called the Yule Cat. It's very, very short, but I just found
Love
I
that.
I was like scrolling through and it said Yule Cat, and I was like, we're total cat lovers. I have to share that.
Yes,
So
cat ladies and lovers. Also, if you want to get the book The Christmas Witch by Dahlia Faulkner to read along with us or just to experience it after we've gone over it, we highly recommend ordering it straight from her website.
yes, that's
You
the
can get a
best.
signed copy from her website, and it is a better deal than Amazon, and she probably gets more of the proceeds than if you order through
Mhm.
Amazon. So go to her website to do that. Okay, anyway, now that that business has been taken care of, um, I'm just gonna like dive right in. Um, so like some background knowledge on Yule. So Yule is the winter solstice. It is the first day of Yule. It's a 12-day celebration. The first day is the shortest day of the year. So it's when the days start getting longer again. And it's considered the rebirth of the sun. And it also like falls and kind of may have had origins in um the Roman celebration of Saturnalia, I think is how you say it, which was the celebration of Saturn. It's basically the same thing. A lot of the traditions here are Roman or Nordic. Um, so again, I'm going to pronounce some of these names wholly wrong, but um, it's a time to welcome the light back in and honor spirits and give thanks, which I'll go into more detail on those things as we go. But fun fact, the reason that so many Christian Christmas traditions have basis in pagan traditions. In the 4th century BC, I believe, or no, AD. Which one is after
80.
AD? 4th
I
century,
think it's
no,
BCE nowadays, before Common
yeah.
Era.
Okay. Well, in any event, it just said the 4th century in the book that I was reading, which was Yule by Mari Silva. Um, it didn't say BC or AD. What
I
Roman
think
would
if it
be
doesn't have
BC, right?
yeah. But
Yeah.
I think if it doesn't have anything after it, it's like Common Era, CE.
Okay. 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 Yeah. So in 4th century, the Roman Emperor Constantine declared Christianity the official religion.
Of
So
course
a
he
lot
did.
of the pagans kept their Yule customs, but he forced them to celebrate Christmas. So he was like, you can still do all that shit, but you have to call it Christmas and celebrate the birth of Christ. It, the fuck. Anyway.
I've
So
wondered that. I've always wondered that. Why do we do all of this but not do that? And wasn't the birth of Christ in like July or something?
yes, and that she specifically references that in the book that there is no historic or biblical evidence that his birth was December 25th. It actually wasn't. If you look back at history, the person Jesus was born in July. It's a whole thing. But because this festival was already happening, they just turned it into Christmas, apparently. So the
Like,
timings are similar.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, if they like instead of saying the birth of Christ, I should have just did like the celebration. Like, I
Right.
mean, I would understand they would do it around like the birthday. That just makes sense. But
I can't with you. I
I
don't
mean, I don't day wise, I don't get it.
I don't
Romans be
know.
weird.
Yeah, and so there's some similarities between Yule and Christmas. Obviously, we've already discussed some of them, but the timing, Yule is usually around December 21st, the first day of Yule. And obviously Christmas is December 25th, if you didn't already know that. Excuse me, that was disgusting and I apologize. Okay.
I honestly, you just stopped talking. I was like, man, what the fuck's happening?
Well, this mic picks up everything, so I just assume that you can hear it. Anyway, decorating with greenery, specifically evergreen, holly, and ivy, which symbolize life and growth. And I mean, evergreen trees, like that was totally a pagan thing first. And also, the one big difference there is that a lot of the time for like Christian Christmases, like we cut down the tree, so we kill the tree, but pagans wouldn't kill the tree. They would like have a tree in a pot or have a special tree that they decorated outside. Like they wouldn't kill the tree for Yule. Um,
Isn't that
Santa
why like we
Claus,
have live trees like in
yeah,
water to keep them as long as possible?
yeah, I think so. I don't know. We stopped
I
getting
don't
a
know.
live tree when I was like 10. And
We
we got a
considered it this year,
fake one.
but we decided we took garland that hopefully matches the tree, like similar everything, so that we can
Yeah,
literally just make it look full. That's my big thing. I wanted a nice tree, but I don't want to spend $400 on a tree to make it look
right.
full.
Yes. Yeah, that's my mom. Whatever year we decided to stop buying live trees, she bought like a insanely nice big like 12-foot
Same. Yeah.
plastic tree. Yeah.
I really like that tree. Like, honestly, I will pay for a real tree every year until like that tree comes into my into my possession. That was such a nice tree. My mom spent like $500 because Christmas was her favorite holiday. And it's just, it was a huge, like 12-foot, full as fuck tree. And it rotates. It's not pre lit, but it rotates. And it's like just
Oh
so
my
nice.
gosh.
That shit
Well,
was
and
a
I was just
bitch to like
discussing the other
fluff.
day, like pre-lit trees, like that's what I bought the first time I bought a tree. But if one little section goes out, you're just fucked.
Yeah.
So like
Well,
there's
and
no
then
point in spending extra money on pre-lit.
yeah, well, and then I bought the pre-lit tree last year from like Walmart, I think, for like a nice little thing in my apartment. And I was like, man, I don't want to deal with all these fucking lights. So I bought one that's white light, like a warm white light. That's what I got. And when Christmas came around, I fucking opened it up, plugged it in, didn't even pay attention to the lights because I was like, I got a fucking warm light tree. No, it's fucking colored. I hate colored. Colored's the
Uh
worst.
yeah.
Color's the fucking worst. So Will's gonna cut all the lights off of my tree. I'm
Well,
I
good
it was
guy.
I was PMSing and I was like almost in tears in the middle of Home Depot because I couldn't afford a tree. I didn't want to commit to a live one yet, but I didn't want my stupid ass pre-lit colored tree. And he's
Oh
like,
my
it's gonna be
gosh.
okay. You get garland to fill it up, make it look thick, and I'll cut the lights off. You'll put your little fairy garland lights on and you'll be fine. And I'm like, okay.
Oh well.
If I wasn't on my period, I'd think I was pregnant, honestly. I was so emotional.
Well,
Oh
you
well.
know. Oh my gosh.
Women's bodies, I tell
And
you.
it's joy, let me tell you. Okay.
Go ahead, sorry.
Oh my gosh. No, anyway. Okay. So, um, random bearded men going around giving people gifts. That's in both Santa
Oh,
Claus.
I forgot you said Santa before we like got on a tangent. And I was like, what the fuck?
Santa Claus for the Christmas, and then Odin. Um,
Oh, it's Odin.
Odin, yeah. The I was about to say the god, but then I forgot what.
Thunder.
Well, no, I know that, but
Oh,
I forgot like what culture that is from.
Norse.
Is that Norse?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
The Norse
Odin.
gods.
Oh my gosh. People put their boots outside, and Odin fills them up with treats. Oh my gosh. I'm a hot mess.
That
Gift
is Saint
giving.
Nick. Yo, I remember in Catholic school every year we'd have Saint Nick visit and we'd have to take our stinky ass shoes and put it out in the hallway and we'd get a secret visitor coming, but we weren't allowed to go out and see. We had to keep the doors shut. And then during like an assembly or something like that, we'd be out there holding our shoes full of fucking candy with some dude that looks like Saint Nick walking around. And I'm just like, fucking candy, bro. Like you're Santa Claus. You should have brought me like something else.
And also in my shoes. Now I don't want to eat that candy. Fucking gross.
Honestly, we were stinky ass like prepubescent children, like
Blech.
sixth and fifth grade. Like feet stank, and let me tell you. And we were fucking in. We didn't have like uniforms for PE. We ran around in our pants and our dresses,
Oh no.
and we didn't have like a second pair of shoes. Like those were our shoes. So I'm just like sweaty, nasty, gross
Ugh.
child
That's
with
disgusting.
fucking candy canes and mints and what a like those stupid ass little like lifesaver
Oh
not mint
yeah.
candy things. Yeah,
But the
sucker.
yeah.
Honestly, they're like fucking cough drops, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Lozenges.
Yeah, lozenges. I can't say that. Lozenges. Is that good? Is that right? No.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
Lozenges. Whatever. Cough drops.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways.
Anyway.
God, that creeped me
um
out as a child. I was like, who is this guy? We can't even see what he's putting shit in our like in our
in our
shoes. It was like
shoes. Yeah.
it's like you tell me not to go talk to a stranger in a white van, but you're gonna allow some dude put candy in my tennis shoes because you told me to leave them outside the room. That's sketch.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't
I knew from a young
yep.
child Christianity was fucking weird.
It is weird. It's
No
weird. But
wonder I didn't
also
have
it's
friends
also a
in grade
pagan
school.
thing.
I was like, why would Jesus want me to do this? I
you're
was
you're
like,
always
why would
asking
Jesus
why.
want me
You're
to
that
convince my
teacher
yeah,
or that student that the
why does
teachers hate.
Jesus want to confess my sins? Shouldn't that be between me and myself and the I?
Oh my
Well, you
god.
need to confess your sins so you can get to heaven. But what is heaven? Like what is it? What is it?
You're
What
in
is it
heaven.
like? In the middle of religious studies, my teacher is like, we could talk more about this, but I gotta know now. I can't focus until I get my answer. And it wasn't like purposeful. Like I wasn't a shithead for a reason. I wanted to know. And it all started with that stupid Saint Nick shit.
Oh my gosh. I love
God,
that.
I fucking hate Christmas. Anyways,
Oh my gosh. Well, three more similarities um, between Yule and Christmas: gift giving, feasting, and spending time with loved ones.
I'm okay with that.
Uh,
Well, kind of.
there are now. I'm going to talk about important symbols of Yule, like important things,
Ooh,
symbols
okay.
that are there. So,
I'm
like the
excited
Yule
about
log.
this.
Yeah. So the Yule log obviously is something that I feel like most people have heard of,
Mhm.
which is a symbol of light and protection. It's usually a log from really any kind of tree, but typically oak. And it has like three candles. Well, it doesn't have to be three, but You always picture it with three, I feel like, in all the movies and stuff that has three. But it has candles in it, and the candles burn all the way down till they light the log. If you have a fireplace, if you don't have a fireplace, put them candles out before it sets the log on fire. Um, the Yule goat um, was traditionally this is Thor's goat. It's Thor's goat, but it's traditionally sacrificed before Yule, and it's associated with fertility and renewal and brings good luck. Now, more present days, people make straw goats and use them as decorations or part of their altar. But it's a goat. Mistletoe is a Yule tradition. It's a sign of goodwill and peace, and it's often used in love potions. And it was a Scandinavian tradition to kiss under the mistletoe. And if you kiss under the mistletoe, you'll have eternal love. The Yule boar, which is like a pig, um, was sacrificed to the goddess for blessings. Um, Now people tend to just like cook a ham as part of their feast instead of killing a wild boar because that's not necessarily accessible to everyone. If it's
Ham's
accessible to
good.
you, great, go for it. Listen, so for Thanksgiving, I made the ham in the crock pot and I put like a half a cup of honey and like two big fistfuls of brown sugar. Brittany gets so mad at my measurements. I'm like, fistful. And she's like, that's not a measurement. And I'm like, it is a measurement.
You measure with your heart.
I do. I really do. It makes Brittany
Or like
so
that
mad.
lady from TikTok saying, "I measure with my Chinese eyeballs."
I
with
swear
her
I don't
with her
like
pickle jar.
I don't measure. Like I literally just squirted a bunch of honey on it till it looked like enough. And then I put two big fistfuls of brown sugar. And then because I didn't have any like fruit juice other than orange juice, which
Oh,
would be really fucking gross, I poured a can of Mountain Dew over it. You know, why not? Listen,
what?
this ham was the best ham anyone in the house had ever eaten in their lives. I slow cooked it for like 7 hours. It was the best. Anyway, so I'm going to be doing that again for you all. So there's that.
Yo, I made something similar. I basically took your like honey ham thing. Here's the thing, all of the recipes that I was like I'm going to try, I'm going to do. And I didn't I lost all the recipes I looked up, I lost and I like was trying to go based off memory. First off, my stuffing was shit. I have to retry that. Cuz
Uh,
I didn't know what to do for breadcrumbs, so I like took a loaf of bread and cut it up into cubes and like toasted them and then like spread it throughout. And I swear to God, I had to have chicken broth for that one. So I like poured chicken broth in and like all my seasonings and my celery and all of that, mixed it all up and baked it for an hour like I thought it said. And it was just disgusting. The flavor was great, but like it was like eating crouton with like celery. Like nothing made
oh
sense.
no.
The ham was delicious. Although I didn't cook it as long as I thought I was going to. I thought I was going to do it for like 5 hours, but the ham was already cooked.
Oh yeah, it usually is.
So I was like, uh, okay. So I just poured an entire can of pineapple juice with the pineapple rings and just set it on top. Poured the honey over it. Like tried to baste as best as I could, and then just left it in there for 2 hours.
Yeah.
It was delicious. Will really liked it. Will really doesn't like ham either.
I don't really
So
like pineapple, so that's why I was trying to look for like an alternative because I don't. I know you can't really taste the pineapple, but like, eh.
nah, man,
But
I don't know what it is, but like the pineapple that you cook with a ham. I mean, I'm sure there's other ways to do this, but like any time that like anyone's ever cooked ham with pineapple, I like pineapple as is, but like that shit is so good.
I
And it's not as acidic as like eating raw pineapple is.
don't know. It's not for me.
Maybe it doesn't bug me as much when it's cooked like I don't fucking know, but it was delicious
Who knows?
nonetheless. You
Okay.
know, I read something about the Yule log that one of the reasons why they did the Yule log is because of the night was like so long that that specific log was like it didn't burn as fast or something
Hmm.
and it lasted throughout the night. I don't know. I'm looking up like Yule like decorations and such because I'm trying to venture away from St. Colin Chris. Like, I mean, obviously use Christmas, but like
Right.
trying to start like a new family tradition kind of thing. And Will's excited about it, surprisingly. But um, so we're trying to do like Yule only stuff this year. And we were trying to look up decorations for Yule and do all of that and symbols so that we could like mix it up. And I read something or saw a TikTok about the Yule log, and I don't have a fireplace. I'm not doing that, but that would be
Yeah.
actually pretty cool to have like somebody with like a backyard, Fiona, with a Yule log that we could burn.
Well, so like in this book that I was reading, the Yule log, they didn't necessarily always burn it. Like she said, you can put the candles in it and like just use it like a candle holder. And then once the
Oh,
candles
true.
burn all the way down, you could just like save the log for next year and like use it again instead of
I wonder
actually
if you could
burning
do
it.
like little, like instead of the whole log, like do like a little chip of it, and you could like burn it like sage,
Yeah, probably.
like yeah, at like at your altar or something like that,
Yeah.
and you can bring like prosperity and good fortune and all that in.
Ooh, I have some spells for that.
Ooh.
I
Oh,
wrote some
okay.
spells down.
I love
I've
it.
got you.
Okay.
um, okay, more symbols. The candle. Typically, you're going to use a yellow candle because we're celebrating the rebirth of the sun and the sun coming back. So you're
Oh,
going to use a yellow candle in your altar. Um, the tree is a sign of good luck and new life. The deities are Odin, Saturn, Bera, Frau Holly, Thor, the Horn God, and Krampus. Those are the
horned god.
deities that you might work with.
The horn god is Wiccan, correct?
Yes, I believe so.
I know some
Um,
like witchcraft, not Wiccan followers do horned god and goddess. So
yeah, and
I
like
just
I don't particularly in any of my stuff actually like necessarily call on deities. So like it's just kind of depends on what you prefer. But all of the like legends have to do with these people as well.
yeah.
And then
I feel oh go ahead.
okay, I was just gonna say you can use make salt ornaments for like your tree. Um, and like as you're making them, set your intentions for the next like for the coming year. Um, while you're making the dough and all of that. So
Ooh,
yeah.
I like that. I
Okay.
wonder if you could do that too with like the straw goat, like if you were to make like a straw goat by yourself.
Right.
If you could just like think of your intentions for the year and like put that on your altar as like a symbol of what you want out of that year.
Probably.
I mean, I'm sure
I
you
feel
could do
like
that. I feel like
so
there's
much
no
of it is
rules.
about your intentions and like
Yeah.
what you want to happen. She had a whole chapter devoted to your altar for Yule. She said yellow or gold candles should be unique to you and your intentions. Um, you could put photos. You could put a small Yule log on your altar. My altar is not big enough for a log. I could do like a Yule twig, maybe. Um, you could do flowers, statues,
What kind of
incense.
flowers did it say?
It didn't say like specific types of flowers, but I think like different flowers have different meanings. So maybe
Hmm.
depending on what your intentions were, you could pick flowers based on what you were hoping to have happen.
Flowers for Yule.
Um, Specifically with your candle, it says that you could take your small cauldron. I don't know if you have different sizes. I just have one, but it is small, and put a yellow candle in it, and let the candle burn all the way down. Um, Yellow or gold candle, and let it burn all the way down. Um, you can put cedar, fir, juniper, or pine branches on your altar. Winter colors and symbols like blue, silver, white, dark green, snowflakes, solar symbols because this also um, goes at the same time as like the festival of Ra. the sun god in Egypt.
Mhm.
So like solar symbols to like celebrate the rebirth of the sun. So any sun symbols, you could put dry fruit and nuts. There's also somewhere, I don't remember if I wrote it down, but you can put dry fruit and nuts outside as like an offering to nature to bring abundance in your future year.
I like that.
Okay, are you ready for a couple spells?
Yeah.
I've got 3 spells.
Sorry, I'm like trying to figure out the.
The flowers.
Yeah, and I'm not finding anything. Yeah, all I'm seeing is like acorns, yolks, yew, oak, birch, like trees and greens, not like
Oh,
flowers. So yeah, it's probably
interesting.
like whatever you,
Right,
I
like,
guess, do.
yellow roses are for friendship. Like you could have different flowers that are have different meanings and I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Um
Anyways,
so I've got 3 different spells. One of them is a Yule jar. Um so you would take chamomile, cloves, ginger, nutmeg, a cinnamon stick, orange zest or oil, rosemary, cardamom pods, and sage leaves. And you would put all those things in a jar. It's gonna have to be a decent sized jar. And then you're gonna take 8 coins, and it doesn't matter what kind of coin or what denomination of coin, just 8 coins, and put them in your jar. Your choice of crystal, depending on what you're hoping for the new year. And then a colorful ribbon, whatever color again you're hoping for the new year, to close the jar. So you put all the items into the jar with intention and then tie it closed. And this overall is supposed to bring good luck in the new year. Um, but depending on what crystal and stuff you use, it might have some other effects too. So
hmm.
that is a Yule jar spell.
You'll have to send that to me. I'm interested.
Yeah, I can do that. Um, the sweeping spell. It's this spell is very similar to like cleansing with sage or smudging. Um, but you would start um, on the first day of the year, which here means the first day of like the winter solstice. Um, so not January 1st, just so we're clear. It'd be like, I think December 22nd this year is the first day. I'm not positive on that though. Are you looking
I'll
it
look
up?
it up. Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to start with opening the back door of your house, if or whatever you consider the back of your house. If you don't have a back door, open the back windows.
It's the
Um,
21st.
the 21st. Okay. And you're going to, if you have multiple floors, you're going to start on the top floor. If not, you're going to start at the front of your house and work towards the back. Um, but you're going to take a scented candle. You could probably also use incense, just whatever you prefer. I would do a candle because I feel like it's going to be less messy.
Hmm.
Um, and kind of like chase the negative energy out of your home through the back door with the candle. So you're going to go through every room and like you want to go, I think it said counterclockwise. I didn't write that part down, but counterclockwise on the way to take the energy out, and then clockwise when you're bringing energy in. So first you go through every room of your house and you say this mantra or a mantra that works for you. Let the old year fades away now. Please clear out the negative energy today in every room that you go into. Then once you do all the rooms in your house and you end at the back door, you're going to close the back door and all the back windows and go to the front of your house and open the front door and repeat the process in reverse. So now you're bringing in good energy from the front of your house. So it's just like resetting for the new year. And there's a mantra for that too, which is new start, new year, bring me peace, prosperity, and happiness. So that is the sweeping spell. It's not actually sweeping. There's no broom involved. I thought there was going to be a broom. There's no broom.
I know sometimes people use like mini brooms
Yeah, to
as
like,
like not like a sage stick, but yeah,
yeah,
stick. Oh, like
yeah. And you
yeah.
could probably, if you're not like me and horribly allergic to cinnamon, they have little cinnamon brooms. You could probably do a cinnamon one
Oh,
because cinnamon is
yeah.
like a big, it's a big spice for Yule. It's in a lot of the recipes, which really sucks for me because I'm allergic to it. But you could probably get one of those little cinnamon brooms or pine cones or some shit and like use that instead. Okay, one more spell. And this is snow magic. So there has to be, you need either a pen or a pencil, paper, and a decent amount of snow, enough that you could bury something in the snow. So you're going to write, this is about getting rid of a negative habit that you have. So you're going to write down whatever the negative habit is on a piece of paper. You're going to take it outside and you're going to read it out loud and then say, I release this bad habit. And then you're going to bury the paper in the snow. And as the snow melts away, so will your bad habit. Just letting it go, melting away.
I like that.
Yeah, it's nice. Okay, okay. So now we have the 12 days of Yule and like kind of what they're for and the different traditions you can do on each one of those nights. There's a lot more information about each one of these nights in the book that I was talking about, Yule by Mari Silva, which is also on Kindle Unlimited if you have that. So plug there, I guess.
Does Yule start on the 21st, like or like when the winter
Yeah,
solstice is, and then it ends?
12 days later.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird. But
Like
there's
it
different
goes
things for each
past.
night.
Oh, okay.
Christmas, yeah.
It's like a Hanukkah.
Yeah, kind of like there's different things for every day, and every one of the days says feast, but it really just means to like sit down to a meal with intention. Like doesn't have to be an actual feast, except on the third night. But the first night is the mother's night, so you're supposed to honor mothers and grandmothers and like all of the matriarchs in your
William,
family.
do you hear that? You must honor me.
Okay. Anyway, sorry, Will. Oh my
Brittany,
gosh.
you must honor Brittany and Brendy
Oh my
and your
gosh.
own mother.
Yeah, for right. Oh my
Honor
gosh.
everyone.
So you're gonna light your candles and burn your Yule log. Prayers if you're into that. Welcome the sun. Make an offering. It says feast, but you just eat something.
Your
And then
your
you're also going
meal.
to exchange presents. They exchange presents on the first day of Yule. The second night is the night of the wild hunt. There are some wild stories about the wild. Like I feel like we could do a whole episode about the wild hunt, but I'm just going to briefly talk about them here. So the wild hunt is a host of dead on horseback. It is bad luck to be found by them. So on the second night of Yule, you are staying in. You're not going out. This is a day to stay in and leave offerings. Oh, this I did write it down. Um, leave offerings like nuts and fruits by the door. It just said food, but specifically nuts and fruits are less dangerous to the animals and to nature, so that's a good one. Um, by the door and stay inside. Ask Odin for protection for the new year. Feast again. We're always feasting. And then it says watch a horror movie, maybe like Krampus, or tell spooky stories. Um,
Oh,
so
I'm
this
all for that.
right. So the second night is kind of like a creepy,
I love
the
it.
the creepy night where you want to stay inside. This is also when you would put your shoes outside for Odin. if you're into that. But you have to stay inside because the wild hunt is led by Odin, so he's out there too with all the dead
So the
people.
wild so the wild hunt, Odin is Santa and all the dead people are his reindeer. Got it.
Yes, I like it. I'm gonna make something with
That's
that.
like a metal version of Santa Claus.
Right? Oh my gosh.
Fucking the Knights of
Oh
the
my
Dead come and gift you candy for being good little boys and girls by staying inside and watching horror movies. Man,
yeah.
fucking call Wednesday Adams up, man. She'd love that shit.
Right? Oh my gosh, I can't wait to watch that new series that just came out.
If you haven't watched
Anyway.
it, you can watch it on that night. Binge
Right,
it.
there we go. Oh my
Wait, what if
gosh.
people
Yeah.
work late that night? What is that? That's the third night, right? Or the second night?
The second night.
Oh shit. I think I worked that night. Uh-oh.
Well, just
Odin,
do a protection spell.
pray for me. Your
Okay.
girl's gotta
Then
pay bills. It's an honest mistake, sir.
I don't think that's gonna work. I don't think they care.
You think maybe Fee and I could get the day off for
For
religious
religious
reasons?
purposes.
I'll call her up, be like, Fee, we gotta try to get this night off for protection.
For
Odin is
religious reasons.
out on the prowl.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, not Odin, Thor. Wait, right?
No,
Thor,
it is
right?
Odin. It is
Oh,
Odin.
okay, Odin. Okay. I was like, wait, I said that wrong.
Nope, you were right. The third day, though, the third day of Yule is the High Feast of Yule, and that is the day we're celebrating Thor. So you're gonna leave out offerings to Thor. I don't know, a hammer, whatever you got. Leave something out for Thor.
That's like
Maybe
racist.
a ponytail, a ponytail
Leave a
holder.
fucking hammer.
He already has a hammer. Maybe leave him some nails. I don't know.
Just give him your hammer because you're not worthy.
I don't know. So this is the day that you're gonna have your big feast, like your big family dinner
Christmas,
or
basically.
friend dinner. Yeah, this is your big day that you get together with everybody. You have your big feast. You leave offerings to Thor. It's like a big party, and that's really all I had about the third day. Then the fourth day is this is where I got that weird word with the A and the E smashed together. Feast of Aegir,
I think it's
Njord, and
Asher.
Freya. Asher? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, Old English, it's Ash.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's similar for Old Norse.
And then it's got the
Was it
O with the two dots over it with a J in
Feast,
front of it, which I think is Njord of
Fjord,
A E
Fjord?
G I R and then Njord and Freya.
Oh, excuse me. Uh, what? You know, I played a game. I played Assassin's Creed where you go to Valhalla, and they
Uh-huh.
say all this shit. And let me tell you, I don't remember.
You know, it's fine. I did most of the research for this podcast today. So I did not have time to look up pronunciations and things. I was like on little bits of downtime that I had at work and, after work, I was just throwing this together because I love you all very dearly.
Oh,
So,
got you. I got you. Okay, Aegir, right?
uh-huh,
Ager, like
Ager.
Aygr. Ager.
Okay.
Uh, uh. Sorry, that was really, really loud in my ear. Seriously? Yord. It's the Norse god of wind.
Okay.
Njord.
And Freya, which I know how to say that one.
Yeah, I looked
um,
that up.
so you can honor the deities on that day. They this book, she was very, she could, I could tell just by reading it that she is an artist and she's very hands-on and crafty, because she kept saying like you could make a painting of this or you could make a craft of this, which you could totally do if that's what you're into, but otherwise
You
you could
can
just
do the goat.
display.
Odin's goat.
Yeah, otherwise you could just display these things or put like a statue up. You don't have to actually create
Be
something.
creative.
Yeah, if that's not your jam. But this is also a day that you're going to brew something. So she
Oh,
specifically
simmer
mentioned like
pots.
maybe like brewing your own beer, or yeah, doing like a simmer pot or making tea or coffee. If you're close enough to there, you can also go to the ocean on this day. Um, yeah, there you go. I
Yes.
am not close enough
Yeah.
to the
Hello?
ocean.
What day is this?
The fourth day.
Okay.
The fifth day is the Feast of Community. So this is the day that you're going to like help people, give to the poor, volunteer, be a. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I was. So the ocean day would be the 24th of December.
Okay, Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then the fifth day, which is Christmas,
Mhm.
is going to be the day that you're helping people, giving to the poor, giving back to the community,
Oh, that's
collaborating on
nice.
projects. Yeah,
Go to a soup
this.
kitchen. America needs
Yeah,
it. I don't know about anywhere else in the world, but America, we're fucked right now.
yeah, it's pretty
Well,
bad.
we're fucked in general. So like,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Um, the sixth day is the feast of, I'm guessing, Ear. She's the goddess of healing. So you're going to tend to the sick or volunteer. You're going to do
Let's
something to keep yourself healthy.
wear
Like,
a mask.
yeah, wear a mask. To have some herbal tea or soup, some vegetable soup,
Ooh,
exercise.
chicken noodle
Um,
soup.
and if you're not into like hardcore exercise, just do some yoga poses or take a walk in nature. Like, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. And to ask for blessings for the ill or shoot up a prayer, like depending on what you're into and what your jam is.
You just say
This,
shooting up a prayer.
yeah, like drugs.
Was that person Ymir?
No, it's EIR.
EIR? How do I pronounce that? Oh, she was either a goddess or a Valkyrie. That's
That
cool.
makes sense. A lot of these were
A,
Norse. Air,
A, like
just
hey,
A.
but A. Huh? How would you go about pronouncing that as a Norse goddess? Pronounce A as in hey, and then append a tongue tip rolled R like the Spanish. This is difficult for speakers of English. No shit. To practice,
So
say Ada.
air.
Ada.
Air.
Oh, there you go. Say it faster and faster, and then try to lose the ah. So el, er. I can't do
Air.
it.
I can't either.
That's as best as I can roll my R's.
Oh my god. Well, anyway, that girl. We're taking care of the sick, and it doesn't say elderly, but I feel like you should also take care of the elderly at that time. Maybe volunteer at a nursing home.
Oh, yeah. They're
And some
always
people
looking for
literally volunteer at
volunteers.
hospitals anymore. Like that used to be a
No.
thing, but like after COVID, you really can't volunteer at hospitals anymore. But you could volunteer at a nursing home,
And they're always
or
looking for
something like that.
volunteers for you to, like, read or do, I wouldn't say, like, read, like, children's books kind of stuff, but, like,
Right, but yeah,
they're always looking for you to, like, join in on some type of activity with the people.
yeah.
I don't
I
wanna
used to
say
go and
older
paint
people,
nails.
but oh, that's nice. They would not want me to paint their nails.
Well, I
I
wasn't
do
good at
not
it, but
yeah, I don't have the patience to sit there and do it. If I
yeah,
don't do it to my own nails, I don't wanna do it to anyone else.
yeah. I don't do it to my own nails either, but something to do if you are so inclined. The seventh day is the Feast of Thor. So now we're back to Thor. This one is not as big of a feast as the third day, which was also for Thor. But this one, um, you would sit down and have a nice meal, ask for protection from Thor, and then she threw in there that maybe you could watch the Thor movies to celebrate Thor, which I thought was a good idea.
That's cute, I like
Um,
that.
yeah. The eighth day is the Feast of Shadi and Yulra.
"Eh, Sade."
They are winter gods, and there really wasn't much other things that you should specifically do other than just honor them um, on that day. So that's the eighth day. The ninth day is the Feast of Odin. Odin is one of, he's the god of so many different things, but one of the things he is the god of is wisdom. So learning something new um, is a good thing. Doing a representation of Odin's eye, because I did not know this, but did you know that Odin carved out his own eye in search of like some kind of wisdom? I did not
Yeah.
know that. I was not up on my Odin mythology.
I only knew that because in back to that game, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, there is a
Uh-huh.
moment where you, um, become Odin
Oh,
and, like,
okay.
you're going through, like, anything and everything in Valhalla, like, you're that person, and there comes a moment where you are trying like, you're going up to the Fates, and you're trying to find something, and you're trying to stop Ragnarok or something like that from happening, or Fenrir from coming, and, to do that, you must, like, carve out your own eye, so
Yeah. So there's that. He cuts out his own eye. So having a representation of Odin's eye, which could be whatever you want it to be, like your
you
own.
think the evil eye came from that?
I don't know. You can also read Norse myths, and it's a good um, day to catch up on or make your own runes. I hate that word. I can't ever say it right. Runes,
Runes. Runes.
runes,
Like rue, Roone, rune.
rune. I always want to say ruin because that's like the ancient ruins are like.
Oh, yeah.
I also
Uh,
even spelled it wrong when I first wrote it down. I wrote ruin and then had to erase it and rewrite it. So thankfully, I was using pencil in my grimoire.
nice. I wonder what you're reading from.
Yeah,
And
it's my grimoire. It's flowery and cute.
oh, I
But
like it. I
it's like
like
real leather.
it.
I spent way too much money on this journal, so I had to use it for something special.
Right. The evil eye is supposedly originally from Islam,
Ah, so no, but
and
it could have still had similar
it
origins.
predates ancient Greece, Roman,
Oh well, never mind then.
and Jewish, Islamic, Buddhist, and Hindu traditions. It's extremely ancient,
Okay,
and it's occurred in a lot of different things. So it's not just
okay,
Odin,
all right.
except for the Bible. The Bible does not reference the evil eye. in the way explicitly. And there is little evidence for amulets,
Ugh. Anyway.
witches.
Okay. That was the ninth day, the feast of. No, wait, no. We just did. Yeah, we did. The feast of Odin.
Yeah.
Okay. 10th day is the feast of Sunna, who is the goddess of the sun. Surprise! Sorry. This is also a day to honor your ancestors. And obviously, it should be a sun themed day. So if you can get out in the sun, awesome. If not, having solar representation on your altar or in your home is good for this day. The 11th day is the feast of the Valkyries.
Hmm.
So you're going to portray and honor the Valkyries on that day.
What? How would you do that though?
You know, she didn't go into a whole lot of detail, but
Because would it be like Odin for protection in a way?
yeah, and I
Because
think it's
isn't that what
also
they
like,
were?
well, so the Valkyries were like his female warriors, right? And they were
I
the
thought
ones that
so. So like
like
they're like the
decided
army.
if a spirit was worthy to get into Valhalla.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So they're Libra. Got it.
basically. Oh my gosh. Never mind. I'll tell you later. Anyway, the 12th day is Oath Night. So you could take an oath. This is possibly the origins of New Year's resolutions, because it would fall around the right time. So you'd be taking an oath of something that you're going to do in the new year. Um, have a final feast, preferably with ham, because this is where you are. This they would they would have gone and found like a wild boar in the past. If you have access to finding a wild boar, have the fuck at it. I'm gonna go to the Wally World and buy buy a ham, or maybe Meyer. I might go to Meyer. I don't know. We'll see.
The
And buy
cheapest
a
place.
ham. Yeah. Um, but this is the day that you would do that and praise anything that you hold sacred. So if you have a specific deity you like to work with, or if you want to just be grateful for nature and your family, like whatever you are into. So
Hmm.
yeah, those are the 12 days of Yule.
That's nice. I like how it's not just like give thanks to this
Yeah, like
person
they
and no
keep.
one else. Give thanks to this person and no one else. Give thanks to this person, no one else. Christianity.
Yeah,
Cough, cough.
and like these aren't all Norse either. Like some of them are, most of them are, but some of them are Egyptian and some of them
Mhm.
are, I don't remember what else. But like then the horn god is Wiccan, so like there's multiple different.
Ways to do this.
Yeah.
Fun fact though about the week. You want to know? Well, you probably already know, you teacher, you. But the the names of the week, like Saturday, Sunday, all of that kind of stuff, is from pagan. Friday is for Freya. Thursday's for Thor.
Saturdays for
Saturdays,
Saturn.
yeah. Sundays for Senna. Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, I have no idea. I think Wednesday is Odin. Let's
Monday
look
could
this
be
up.
Mars,
Days
maybe.
of the week, Norse gods. The sun Sunday, the moon Monday. The Tyr is Tuesday. Mercury became Odin or Wednesday. Jupiter became Thor on Thursday, and Venus became Frigg or Friday. And Frigga is. Oh, that's really cool. So the way that it's said here, Mondag or something, I pronunciation is incorrect, but that's like Monday, Tursdag, Tuesday, Onsdag, Wednesday. Like that's really cool.
That is really cool.
Oh, it's like Tyr's Day, Odin's Day, Thor's Day, Freya's Day, Washing Day, Sun's Day. That's where it came from. Mun's Day. Moon's Day, not Mun's Day. Moon's Day.
I
Yo,
like it.
that's cool. Anyways, but yeah,
Yeah. So that is a very, very basic, watered down version of Yule.
I like it. It
But
sounds
yeah, it's a place to start, and
fantastic.
then as you celebrate, and you'll come up with your own traditions and do your own things. But so much of paganism is about, it's unique to you, so you can't. There's no like, this is exactly how you do it guide.
Yeah, like when I what is it? When I sage like a room or something like that, I instead of doing like counterclockwise, well, okay, I still do counterclockwise in a way, but I try to focus more on like the pentagram for like protection.
Hmm.
So I do it counterclockwise, like I make the pentagram in like a counterclockwise way.
Nice.
Sometimes, not all the time. I need to fucking do that for my pocketbook though, because goddamn, I need to protect the money to stay in my fucking wallet.
Oh
Goddamn.
my gosh. All
Shit's
right.
expensive, okay?
Bro, yes.
What is it? I was so sad 'cause I didn't have any money in my account the other day and I sent it to Chloe and then um she just sends back like crying faces and I responded with a scene from what is it called? Sweetie Todd when Mrs. Lovett's like times is hot. I was just like, God girl, I get it. Oh man, I want to go watch that now. But anyways, thank you
All right.
for tuning in for this episode.
Absolutely. Keep tuning in because we've got some exciting things coming.
Woo! Yeah, we're gonna be reaching out to a few other up and coming TikTok authors, mind you.
Yes.
So once
And
we
if
get
you
through,
are, or if you know an author, reach out. Tell us about your
we'd
book.
love, we'd love to have you.
Yeah.
Free
All right.
publicity for
Yeah, for real, for real.
everyone. All right, till next
All
time.
right. Bye.
Bye.